Hi everyone, Kelt here, bringing you my thoughts on the British royal family and Harry and Meghan, and today I'm doing part 3. Today's video will be about the haunting of Amer Hall. In Norfolk, England, Amer Hall stands as a grand Georgian mansion on the Sandringham estate, serving as the country home of Prince William and Catherine, the Prince and Princess of Wales. Gifted to them by Queen Elizabeth II in 2011, it was their primary residence from 2015 to 2017 and remains their holiday retreat. This beautiful estate, however, has quite a supernatural secret. It's said to be haunted by the ghost of Henry Walpole, a 16th century Jesuit priest whose life and death are steeped in history and mystery. Henry Walpole was born at Amer Hall in 1558 to a prominent family. Educated at Norwich Grammar School, Peterhouse, Cambridge, and Gray's Inn, he trained to become a lawyer. But in 1581, everything changed. At the age of 23, he witnessed the execution of Edmund Campion, a Jesuit priest in London. The brutality of Campion's death. He was hanged, drawn, and quartered for his Catholic faith. Profoundly impacted Walpole. Some accounts claim that Campion's blood splashed onto him, sparking a spiritual awakening. He abandoned his legal career, converted to Catholicism, and wrote a poem honouring Campion, which led to trouble. The poem's publisher was punished by having his ears cut off, and Walpole fled to Amer Hall to escape arrest. Hiding at his family home wasn't enough. Walpole left England for France, joining the English College in Reims in 1582 and later studying in Rome. By 1588, he was ordained a Jesuit priest in Paris. His faith drove him to serve as a chaplain for Spanish forces in the Netherlands, where he was briefly imprisoned in 1589 before being ransomed. In 1593, he made a fateful decision to return to England as a missionary, fully aware of the dangers. Catholic priests were outlawed, and simply being one was considered treason. He landed in Yorkshire, but was quickly arrested. Taken to the Tower of London, he endured brutal torture, including the rack, yet refused to betray his fellow Catholics. In 1595, at age 37, he was executed in York, hanged, drawn, and quartered. His suffering was so severe, it reportedly led to some to question the use of torture. In 1970, Pope Paul VI canonised him as one of the 40 martyrs of England and Wales. Now, centuries later, Henry Walpole's spirit is said to linger at Amer Hall. Paranormal historian Richard Felix, speaking on Hello, a Right Royal podcast in October 2023, claimed that Walpole's ghost has been seen wandering the estate's grounds, and that his voice has been heard. Unfortunately, no specific details about what the ghost says have been recorded. A 2014 article in the Express mentioned the voice being heard along with the Norfolk winds, suggesting faint murmurs or whispers, but nothing clear enough to decipher. Sightings are equally vague. A shadowy figure, perhaps in priestly robes, moving through the gardens or near the hall. No specific dates, times, or detailed witness accounts. have surfaced, which adds to the mystery. When Prince William and Catherine were told about the ghost before moving in, Prince William reportedly said, "No old hall would be complete without a ghost, would it?" Their light-hearted response suggests they're unbothered by the idea of sharing their home with a spectral guest. Why might Henry Walpole's ghost remain? As a martyr, his violent death and deep connection to Amer Hall, his birthplace, could tie him to the land. Perhaps he's restless, seeking justice for his suffering, or simply drawn to the place where his life began. The lack of specific messages from his ghost makes it hard to know his purpose. Is he whispering prayers, lamenting his fate, or merely making his presence known? The absence of detailed accounts only deepens the intrigue, as if the ghost himself is keeping secrets. Interestingly, there's speculation that William and Catherine might leave Adelaide Cottage for another historic residence, Fort Belvedere in Surrey. Located in Windsor Great Park, this Gothic revival castle was built in the 1750s and became infamous as the home of King Edward VIII during his abdication crisis in 1936. There have been suggestions that William and Catherine are considering Fort Belvedere as a new retreat, drawn to its privacy and historical significance. Fort Belvedere is actually said to be haunted by several spirits. One is the Lady in White, believed to be a young woman who died tragically on the grounds, possibly in the 18th or 19th century. Her apparition has been reported drifting through the estate's woodland areas. Another ghost is linked to a former royal staff member, described as a spectral figure seen in the castle's corridors. Local lore also mentions unexplained footsteps and whispers, particularly in the older parts of the building. While these hauntings are less documented than Amer Hall's, they've been noted in historical accounts and paranormal discussions, such as those on Country Life and Surrey Ghost Tours. No specific voices or messages have been recorded, much like at Amer Hall. The possibility of moving to Fort Belvedere highlights William and Catherine's apparent comfort with historic homes and their ghostly tales. Their reaction to Amer Hall's haunting, William joking, and their continued use of the estate for family holidays shows that they're unfazed by apparitions. If they relocate to Fort Belvedere, they'll likely take its ghostly rumours in stride, just as they have with Henry Walpole's spirit. Whether it's a martyred priest's whispers in Norfolk or a spectral lady's wanderings in Surrey, the Prince and Princess of Wales seem perfectly at ease with the idea that old houses come with mysterious apparitions. Subscribe and ding the bell if you'd like to receive alerts for more of these types of videos. I'm looking into a lot of royal mysteries. Get ready for the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.